dog in the street.
Welcome in, everyone. Twin City Sports Talk. Back with you again on this Hot Take Tuesday. Jack and I are here, ready to sling a hot take each. And then we're going to Vikings Offseason Blueprint number 3. This is all that Jack is in Kwesi's chair today. The first one was what I would do. The second one was what Trevor would do. Jack's on the hot seat today, but
hell yeah,
I think we'll get right to it. We got a lot of stuff to get through. But right away, Jack, let's shoot your hot take right away.
Damn, we're just doing this right off rip.
I can start if you want. I can start.
Yeah, you do it.
I have mine loaded up. This is kind of backing up a past hot take I had. I think right before the playoffs started, right before the wild card started, my hot take was that this playoffs would be the best playoffs. I don't know if I said all time or in like the past decade or two or something.
You said past decade, which, I mean, it's, yeah.
And so I have to say this is the best playoffs in the past 3 decades. Because I kind of went through my research, but honestly, like, there was good playoffs in like the Bucks winning and in like 2001, I think that was a really good fun playoffs. But like there wasn't a ton, but like a lot of the 2010 playoffs is what you'd have to like battle against this year. But these playoffs have been so fun to watch. I mean, yes, the AFC Championship was a snow game in the second half and teams could move the ball, but it was a huge defensive effort. And for actual football fans, it's still really fun to watch. Just defenses slobber all over these offenses, all over. But either way, like the Seahawks-Rams game, that was just a spectacle. The Panthers-Rams game, there's so many of these games. Yes, the Seahawks-Niners game was a blowout, but I would still argue it was a really fun game to watch because the Seattle defense just dominated. It was kind of cool to see in some ways, but
either way, it was insane.
There's just been so many good games, ton of storylines that were going into the playoffs. I'm backing it up. This has been the best NFL playoffs in the past 3 decades.
Okay. I don't know really we've only been alive for 2 of them.
Yeah. But I don't really know I'm cutting it off at 3 decades. I didn't really do my research before that. Maybe I could go back more, but I don't know. I'm going to cut it off there. But all right. There's my hot take. Sweet and simple.
I like it. Okay, so mine's kind of backing on yours a little bit. I was in between 2 of them, but we'll go with this one. Following your best playoffs in the last 30 years, I think this Super Bowl between the Pats and the Seahawks, I think this is going to be insane.
Yes.
I have a feeling this is going to be a total offensive showdown. I feel like, honestly, I know Seattle's defense is crazy, but I have a feeling each team's going to score over 40 points. That's my hot take. This is going to be an 80-point.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah. I would love that. We've been like,
that would be just a shootout.
The Chiefs and Eagles Super Bowl in like 23 was good, but it's just you don't want to see either of those teams. This year, it's more special. It's the Seahawks and the Patriots. Yeah, they had their run, and now they're kind of just basically back where they were at again. But
which is scary.
So people can be mad, but you're right. This is it's going to be a fun game.
I did see a fun little stat. For those of you who hate Tom Brady, I mean, obviously there are people who do.
Oh, yeah.
Drake May is going into his first Super Bowl before Tom, at the age he is, and Tom Brady wasn't even in the league yet.
Yeah, so, I did see that. That's not fun.
Sorry, Bills fans, but
yeah,
here you go.
Yeah, not a good situation here. I will have to say, though, this is one thing I was thinking about like making this into a hot take if I could find a way, but I just couldn't really find a way to quantify it. But Mark and Ziggy Wilf, obviously the Vikings owners, you guys need to learn something out of this Patriots and Seahawks rebuild here. Because the Patriots, I mean, this is how you do a rebuild. This is how you do it. The Patriots, in the last 2 seasons, won 8 games. In 23 and 24, they won 8 games total. And guess what? If you can just hire the right head coach, and for them to get Mike Vrabel is
Was
insane. He
crazy.
should have never been fired. Like, the dude
Mhm.
is an amazing coach. But for them to, like, they wait and they get their coach. And then they drafted a quarterback last year that they know Vrabel, he can boost up the defense, and he coaches a hard-nosed type of football.
Mm-hmm.
Mark and Ziggy Wilf have been quoted many times as of saying, we are never going to tank and we are never going to be not competitive. That is not what our franchise does.
And I hate that.
That is stupid. I'm
I
sorry,
hate it
but
so much.
we
This is
can't
This
keep.
is what we griped about all month.
Yes.
Essentially, the entirety of last month.
Mhm.
We said, Vikings, what the hell are we doing? Why are we beating the Lions?
Ever since we started on that win streak, before that, we were saying, like, okay, well, we're going to probably have a top 10 pick now. Perfect. We have a building block here. We're going to get the fourth place schedule. Look at what the Patriots did. Yes, I did see the Patriots had the easiest schedule in the NFL in the last years.
And how'd they get that?
By tanking.
By being ass.
Yeah,
it's I don't know.
It's something you need to learn off of, because it's really okay. Like, it's really dumb to not, like, if you always want to be competing, you're not going to go anywhere as a franchise. You're always going to be right in the middle in the draft order or higher. Usually we're in the 20s. For us being at 18 for draft stock wise, that's a win for us. Like, yes, it's good to be competitive, but sometimes it just pays to tank. Look at what the Patriots did. They waited. They got the perfect coach for their team. They built up the defense. The offense doesn't even have, like, insane weapons at all.
No.
Ramondre Stevenson is not, like, he's not even, I don't think, maybe a top 50.
I don't think he's great. I mean, I'd say Henderson's way better.
Yeah, and so that's the other thing. You draft a running back, and then he shows exactly why you draft him.
That does seem to be the new thing, though, is having a dual-headed monster in the running backs.
Ever since the Lions kind
of started doing it.
Yeah, and so it's you can. So the Patriots, they didn't have, like, this year. They saw, wow, all right, we have the fourth place schedule. We have another top 5 pick in which they took Will Campbell, the defensive tackle, who also had a good rookie campaign here. Take a lick out of the Patriots franchise page right here, Wilfs, because this is embarrassing. Like the Patriots, yes, they had Tom Brady for 20 years, but now you can suffer for 4 years and then you'll be way on top. If you play it right, you can go above everyone. Like, you will be the top of the league.
What was it? 1 year with Mac Jones, 1 year with Jacoby Brissett, and then last year with Drake Mays first.
Right? Wasn't one of those years with Cam Newton? I think Cam Newton was the quarterback.
I think Cam Newton went in for somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, I think either Mac Jones or Brissett got hurt. I think it was Brissett.
Mm-hmm. They had a ton of quarterbacks. They had, like, the Bailey Zappi.
Yeah. God, I forgot about him.
Yeah. I kind of forgot now. I can't believe I pulled that onto my butt.
Wow.
Yeah, but they just, like, they stunk for 4 years straight. And guess what? When you are a dynasty for 20, it's gonna sucking for 4 years. But look at this. You played your cards right. You got your coach. You got your quarterback. Now the Patriots are set to be good for the next 8 years. Probably beyond that. Because they did a rebuild perfectly.
Mm-hmm. So if the Chiefs are horrible again next year, they're going to suck for the next couple. Because I guarantee they're going to do the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and, like,
incoming Raiders dynasty.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Maybe. But, like, incoming Jets dino.
Right.
Yeah, but, like, I don't want to get too in depth. We could even promote, like, an entire episode for this. But, like, tanking is not tanking. I don't promote.
I hate the word tanking.
Yes,
because it just implies negativity.
Yeah,
I feel like whenever you say something like, "Oh yeah, the Raiders, the Tank Bowl." Obviously, that's different because that's fun to tell. Yeah. But, like, oh yeah, the Raiders are tanking. Like, no, they're. Well, I mean, yeah, they are, but
they just stink.
How about it's like part of their scheme? Like, they want the first round pick because they're gonna get a Heisman Trophy winner who just won the Natty.
Yep.
You're going to waste his entire career. Sorry, that only applies to the Raiders and the Jets and the Browns. But, like, it was genius.
Yeah.
Like that game against the Giants, like why would you want to win that? Why?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand for the
Tried our
Giants, like it's
butts,
not as big
but
of a deal because I mean you got Jackson Dart
hmm
and Scadaboo, and your defense is looking very promising. Like,
Yep.
so I can understand that. But like for the Raiders, what do you have to lose?
Yeah.
And they went out and lost.
hmm
Like, why not?
Yeah, and like the big thing, like the Patriots, they knew they were going to the Super Bowl this year. As cliche as that sounds, they knew they were going to go because they saw enough out of Drake May last year, and then they hire Mike Vrabel like the first week of the offseason last year. And then they spent the most money in free agency. Like it sounds cliche to say it, but they knew they were going to go far with the schedule they had.
They were
Patriots
going
organization, they went all in, and it paid off because they figured it out. This year, we have the easiest schedule in the last decade. This is the year, and it has been. And now they have a great defense. Drake May has been balling out for this whole year. He had MVP at like I think Stafford's still going to get it, but Drake May is probably going to come second or third.
Yeah.
Like they could easily beat Seattle in there. It's going to be a heck of a game. Just it's not that bad to stink for a few years, and just like the Vikings have never done it with the Wolves being the owners. And it's you can't get over a hump if you don't take a few steps back. You need a couple rough spots to really sharpen you.
2 steps forward, 1 step back. Like
exactly. Yeah.
That's
really what it is. Yep. All right. Before I get too in depth with it, we're gonna get to our prediction for tonight. The Wild play the Blackhawks in the Foligno Ice Bowl or whatever they want to call it.
Baby.
Back at Grand Casino Excel Energy Arena. Wild Blackhawks, Wild coming in playing better hockey now. The power play looking a lot fresher, a lot better.
Yeah, we have a power play now.
Yeah, it's they listen to us. Yeah, they listen to us. Yeah, Wild coming in. I forget what the record is now. Is it 29, 14, and 9? I think. Something like that. Right. I know they have 29 wins, but Blackhawks have kind of been stumbling. They're 21, 23, and 8. Blackhawks
14 and 10.
Okay.
I will say we're 4, and 2 in our last 10.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
We gotta kind of pick it up here.
Exactly. Spencer Knight, I'm assuming, will be in net again for the Blackhawks. Wallstedt in net tonight for the Wild. We're getting healthy too. Eck is back, Boldy's back, Marcus Johansson's back. Brodeen's really the big injury that's going to be out for a while, but you can deal with it. We have good defenseman depth.
Speaking of Mojo, I did see that he joined Sweden today.
Yes, I was gonna mention that.
Another Wild Olympian.
Yep, that's pretty cool.
Which is awesome to see.
How many is that now? Boldy, Hughes, Mojo, Eriksson Ek. Both goalies, or wait, is Wallstedt a goalie for Sweden?
Yeah, both of them are playing for Sweden.
Yeah, and then
so we have 2. We have
and then
3
Faber.
on the U.S. and 3 on Sweden. I'm pretty sure.
Brodeen would have been, but he's out now. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. Yes. So 7 in total. But
7
yeah, which is. I think that ties us with the league lead now for Olympians on a team. I'm pretty sure. Probably I forget which team holds that, but. Either way, Wild, coming in off of many overtime games. It's kind of getting tiring to watch now. It's stressful every time you watch
Especially these later night games. It's like, dude.
I also hate how they start the Hockey Day Minnesota game every year at like 8 or 8:30. Just start it at the 7 o'clock. Because I turn on my TV at 7 because home games for the Wild are usually at 7. I'm like, all right, here we go. Panthers, Hockey Day Minnesota. And then it was the pregame. I'm like, come on. Shoot.
It's like, nope.
I didn't realize that.
You're not watching hockey for another hour and a half.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I get it. I mean, it's cool. Like, you want to cover all the high school games and whatever. But.
Yep. I will say, so the Wild's PK, their power play has gotten steps above, but the PK keeps failing. PK's been bad, and the Blackhawks have the best power kill in the NHL at an 85.5% clip. So you're going to have to put pressure on the Blackhawks tonight is really what you got to do. I say we just get to the predictions.
All right.
You want to go first or should I?
Sure. All right. I do have us winning tonight. I think we're going to be on the better outcome of the Foligno Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't think Knight's in net, right?
Yep.
I don't think he's going to have as great of a game as he did last time we played them.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think he'll do solid. So I think I have us winning 3-1.
3-1. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Actually, wait, no. Let's go 4-2. So I just totally changed my
4-2.
actual player prediction in my head.
Okay.
And I think since it's the Foligno Bowl, we kind of got to go. Both Foligno brothers are going to get a point.
Okay. Kind of sniped me there.
It's only fitting.
Kind of sniped me there.
No, I mean, come on. This one's obvious.
I know. Trevor would have made the same prediction too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, both Folinos, 1 point. I'll just put point. Oh, I should say I didn't really go over the predictions from the NFC or the championship games. I'll do that really quick. Me and Trevor made predictions on that. I said the Patriots would win, so that's a win there. Trevor had a bad night. The Wolves and Warriors had like a 2 games in a row. This was the first game. We didn't predict the second one. That was our Braden Stevens episode. Mm-hmm. We weren't going to make predictions on that, but I said, well, we both said the Wolves would win that game. They lost by 30. That was just after the game, Steve Kerr, head coach of the Warriors, said he's never been in more of a depressed arena, which everything going around, it stinks, but yeah. Patriots, I said would win. He said Denver would win. I said the Seahawks would win. He said the Rams would win. So Trevor goes a whopping 0 for 3 on his picks. He did
Perfect. He can join me.
Yeah, you guys are almost identical in the record department. He did say Stafford would have 3 touchdowns in the NFC Championship. That is correct for a point. And then I earned 1 point when I said both quarterbacks in the NFC Championship would combine for 7 touchdowns, which Darnold had. Well, actually, one of them had 4. I forget which one had 4. Yeah. I think Stafford had 4. Either way, they combined for 7 there. I was pretty close with my score prediction. A couple points off for each, but either way, that's it for that. For a Wild prediction for tonight, I also think the Wild, with a bad taste in their mouth after an overtime loss to the Panthers on Hockey Day, Minnesota, I think the Wild will win tonight. I just love how the power play is going in the offense in general. I think it's going to be more of a high-scoring game. Yeah, I think it's going to be a 5-3 win for the Wild. I feel like a more high-scoring night for sure.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, is that 3 days rest for them now? I think it was 3 days rest for the Wild.
Yeah, I think so, because we played on Saturday night.
Yes, yep. So 3 days rest, I think will do us well. And I'll say this. I'll say both teams' power plays will have You know what? I'm going to actually do I want to see how much the Blackhawks are penalized. So a lot. Okay, so the Blackhawks spend a lot of time in the penalty box. I think both power plays will combine for 5 goals.
Wow. Okay.
Here's the other thing too is
give you multiple. If that hits, I'll give you multiple points for that.
I'm going bold. Yes, it is a bold prediction. But I will say the Wild have been penalized a ton in these past 2 games. Yes, people have blamed it a little bit on the refs, which I can maybe kind of agree on. But the Wild have been kind of reckless here as in the last couple of games. But the Blackhawks are always reckless with their poking and everything. So there's our predictions for tonight. 1 game, Wild Blackhawks. There we go. And we are going to get to our 3rd offseason blueprint of the offseason. As I pop up our first step in the offseason blueprint, on Over the Cap, this is the best website to figure out the money standards for what you got to really get done at the start of the offseason here. So if anyone doesn't know, March 11th is the new league year. That's when the NFL league year ends and starts on March 11th. By that day, NFL teams need to have 0 or they need to be positive in the cap space or money standards. And right now, if we see on the top right corner here, the Vikings are $48 million under the cap. So we need to shave off by restructuring, by trading, by cutting players to get to that point. And if people remember at the start of this episode, this is Jack's offseason blueprint. So we're going to be going kind of player by player here to shave off that money. And we need some extra money for the draft. We need about $7 million to cover the draft assets. And then if you want to even shave off more for free agent acquisitions, we could talk about that too once the time comes. But I'm assuming you're keeping Justin Jefferson.
Yep.
Okay. Jonathan Allen.
See, okay. Jonathan Allen, I would try to restructure that a little bit.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah.
Shave off a little, like maybe $500,000 or something. Nothing too insane, because obviously that would just be.
That would be.
I feel like he'd be fine
hard for him.
Too.
Yeah. So his cap hit for next year is $23 million. I think honestly, me personally, I think you could take like $3 million out because the production wasn't. I think you could put it down to 19 mil.
Okay.
To be honest, oh, what the heck? It doesn't do. Let me do 19 million.
Well, because it's at 15.
I know, but I put 19. But okay, weird.
Because it says his base salary is 15 mil, and you're trying to increase it.
No, this is to restructure it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, there we go. If that's what it says, we're going to do that. So Jonathan Allen goes down about $7 million. But honestly, you do see it. But either way, it's a good start. We're going to start with that. Brian O'Neill. Now, he only has 1 year left on his contract. So
I would use Brian O'Neill as trade bait here. I would use him, Grenard, and Addison.
Okay, so you want to trade Grenard, O'Neill, and Addison.
Yep.
Okay. See, because
those are trades that I would make.
Okay, perfect. Yes, this is everything you want. So okay, Brian O'Neill, we're gonna trade him. That is huge because Brian O'Neill clears up $20 million of cap space, which is actually a really good deal here.
Damn well you could get him like the Bengals or hell, even New England or Buffalo.
Yep.
Because those are all QBs that don't necessarily have a ton of time.
Okay, so we have to agree on this. What do you think you get for O'Neill? I think early third or late second is what I think. But then
honestly, I would trade him for a third because I feel like you could go get a decent center.
Okay, unless you wanted to package him with Addison, you could probably get like maybe a first, like late first or an early second. I
can't package him with Addison because I was going to package Grenard with Addison.
Okay. All right. I like that. So O'Neill for a third.
Yep. O'Neill for a third. That's what I would do.
All right.
I feel like a second might be pushing it just because he's got 1 year left.
I agree.
And the contract's not the greatest.
Yep. I completely agree. All right. So we're going to skip a few players, go down to Jonathan Grenard here. So you are going to package Grenard with
and Addison. Yep.
Okay. All right. I love that. So Grenard, that clears up 12 million. And then you got to go down to Addison down here. That's not going to do a ton. Trading Addison, it clears up 2 million, but it's something when you're in cap hell. So Grenard and Addison for, what do you think you get for that?
And I'm sending them to Buffalo.
Yep. Okay.
I'm sending them to Buffalo for ideally a first and maybe like a fourth.
Yeah. I don't know if you could get 2 draft picks just because.
Yeah, even if it was, let's do a second, a fourth.
Second and a fourth. I think you could get a first, but just the first. I don't think you could get 2 draft picks. Would you want to do that? I think you could get a first for. I mean, Addison's going into his prime.
But I feel like if it's the Bills' first round pick this year, I feel like it's not really going to make that much of a difference.
Okay. So a second and a fourth.
A second and a fourth. Yep.
Okay. Second and fourth round pick. All right, Jack's loading up on picks for Kwesi is what we're doing here. All right, next one, Christian Darrisaw. I'm assuming you're keeping CD.
Yeah, I'm honestly going to keep Darrisaw. I mean, I know his cap hit's kind of nuts, but I'm going to keep Darrisaw right where he is. I feel like he's young enough.
Well, actually, no, you would never get rid of him because the guaranteed money, you'd actually be putting yourself back under more. Yeah. Hargrave is one that people are putting on the table here.
Honestly, I mean, I like Hargrave, but he might just be one that you just cut, honestly.
Yeah, I completely agree. Just because you did keep Allen and you still have Levi, Drake, Rodriguez, and Redmond.
Oh yeah, and I'm
And
for sure keeping Redmond. Like there's no debate on that.
So cut Hargrave, and now we are positive. We are 5 million. We still got to clear a little bit more.
Okay, cut Hawkinson.
All right. Do you think you could get a 7th for Hawk?
No one is trading for TJ Hawkinson.
Okay. Gotta ask, but I completely agree. So Hawkinson and Hargrave get the chopping block. Byron Murphy.
Yeah, we're gonna keep Byron the way he is.
Okay. Andrew Van Ginkel.
Gink is gonna stay as well.
Yep. Will Fries. You kind of have to keep him. To be honest,
I was gonna say with where
stuff.
we're at, there's not really much of a choice.
Yep.
So yeah, you're gonna keep Will Fries. I'm gonna cut Aaron Jones.
All right. That's one I was wondering about. I feel like you'd probably just have to cut him. He's an aging running back. No one's really going to trade for an aging running back, I don't think.
No.
Maybe a team very desperate, but I don't think so. Ryan Kelly, we had a mutual option going into this next year.
I think he'll take it. So I'm going to
you're going to keep him?
Yep, I'm going to keep Ryan Kelly, honestly.
Okay.
One more year. I feel like he's got a little bit more in him.
Okay. Even with all the concussions and everything.
Yep, I do. I'm going to give him one more shot here.
Okay.
Just because he's not that much.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And Josh Oliver, we're obviously keeping.
Yep. Cashman is another iffy one.
Cashman.
And let me give a little bit of backstory. Ivan Pace, he's a free agent. Eric Wilson is also an unrestricted free agent too. So if you got rid of unless you're going to re-sign Eric Wilson, one of them will probably be gone between Cashman and Eric Wilson. So what do you do?
Well, I'm doing anything to re-sign Eric Wilson.
Okay. So I'm being I don't want to have my word in it too much, but being realistic, I feel like Cashman would be gone then.
Okay. Yeah, then we could cut Cashman then.
Okay. Saves almost $5 million there too. So
perfect.
Isaiah Rodgers, you would probably
your defensive goat, you're keeping him.
Yep. JJ McCarthy. This is the big question. Who is going in the quarterback?
You're hanging on to JJ.
All right. No Joe Burrow for Jack. Okay.
Nope.
All right. Josh Metellus, you're keeping him.
You're going to keep Metellus.
Jordan Mason.
You're going to keep Brandell.
And then the rest of the list is really just rookie contracts and stuff. So we're going to stop there. And even for guys if you wanted to come back for Ryan Kelly, if there was a center available in the free agency that you'd want, we could come back to it later. But all right, here's your unrestricted free agents on the right side here. I'm just going to go real quickly. You say yes or no. All right. Fabian Moreau.
Okay. Nope. Carson
Wentz.
Nope.
Eric Wilson.
Yep.
All right. So extend. What do you think you're giving him? 2 years? He is 32. Years. I'd say a 2-year contract is kind of right. I think where
2
he would probably be at
2 year 3.5. 2 years.
Yeah, I'm actually
5 maybe.
Eric Wilson projected contract. Because I am wondering how much he's actually. Okay, so people are saying probably about 4 or 5 million, which that doesn't surprise me. Per year.
Okay.
That doesn't surprise me at all, to be honest.
Let's do 8.5.
What was that?
8.5.
Total.
Yep.
Yeah, so 4.225.
Yeah, 4.25. Let's just say that.
Okay. All right, so $4,250,000 per year going to Eric Wilson. I gotta do that here. 425. Oh, not 425 million. Whoopsie daisy. My gosh.
Bro's getting Juan Soto money.
All right, so Eric Wilson's re-signed for the next 2 years. All right, Rondale Moore.
Nope.
All right, Jeff Okudah. Remember, you still got a ton of draft picks to address the corner.
Yeah, I know.
Still got Byron and Isaiah.
I'm honestly going to have to pass up on everyone until Naylor.
Yep, okay, so no Pace, and then Jalen Naylor, because you did trade Addison, so I think this would be a no-brainer for sure. I know Jalen's market money. It's about $11 million per year is what he's supposed to get.
I'm going to sign him to because I would imagine we'd have to draft a receiver, right?
Oh, well, okay. Let me be specific here. His market value goes from.
He's frozen for people.
He's projected 8 to 10 million per year. Oh, man.
8 to 10
I just
mil?
laid out, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yes, that's what he's projected, but
Okay.
I've been giving him 11 just to keep him,
Okay.
Keep him in the building.
I'd do that. Let's sign him for 3.
3 years?
11.
Yeah. All right. That's been pretty similar to what we've done each time here is a 3-year contract. I think that's very fair.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. I'm not going to do any like prorated bonus or guaranteed. I could care less. Just 11 million per year is what I'm going at here. All right, CJ Ham, he's retired.
CJ Ham, I think your time as a Viking is unfortunately over. You had a great stay. You were awesome, but
yep. All right, so Jalen Redmond. This one you're obviously going to keep, but this one you can tender him for $1 million just for an extra year here.
Yeah,
which that would be the move. All right, Justin School, I'm
going to let go.
Matt Nelson, DePaula.
Let go, DePaulo. I'm re-signing Ryan Wright, 100%.
Okay. Yep. You could get him for $1 million or whatever, just this $1 million. Yep. There we go. Ty Chandler.
I'm also going to re-sign.
Oh, you are? Okay, perfect.
I am going to re-sign Chandler.
I think you just get him for another $1 million. Yep. Ben Sims. Got rid of Hawkinson.
Actually, wait, no. Never mind. We're not gonna re-sign Chandler. We're gonna re-sign Xavier Scott.
Okay, there we go. I was gonna ask about that. So
Xavier
Scott. Okay, tender him. Ben Sims.
Yeah, I'd re-sign Sims, honestly.
All right, perfect. I like that a lot. And then the 2 quarterbacks, Brett Rippon, John Wolford. You still have Brosmer on.
I let him go.
Then Bo Richter, kind of special teams specialist.
Yeah, you could hang on to him.
Yeah, you could tender him.
Just tender, yeah.
Perfect. So, all right. To recap the entire, so right now Jack is sitting at basically $11.5 to play in free agency. About $7 million of that needs to be spent on the draft. So really in free agency, which here's the thing, the Vikings are not going to be able to be frisky in the free agent market either way.
No.
They kind of just cleared the house on everyone. But Jack loaded up on draft picks. Right now we got 3 out of these guys, but he tendered Richter, Xavier Scott, Jalen Redmond. He restructured Jonathan Allen. You traded away Brian O'Neill, Jonathan Grenard, and Jordan Addison. And then you ended up cutting Davon Hargrave, T.J. Hawkinson, Aaron Jones, and Blake Cashman. Okay, that is everything that happened there. In a second here, I can pop up. Actually, I don't have big free agent list. All NFL free agents 2026. Because this is.
So we got about $4 million to do stuff here with.
Yeah, so like it'll be tight for anyone, and then the draft is where you're going to need to. And by the way, people, we'll have a separate video of the actual mock draft from the picks that Jack gets us here, which he got us an extra 3rd and a 2nd and 4th, so we'll be sitting very well. All right, as for the free agent market, what position do you want me to go to first? Quarterback, corner, linebacker? What are we thinking here?
I don't really even know, honestly.
I'll go quarterback for you here. Look at a few of the quarterbacks, because are you interested in a veteran quarterback behind JJ?
Well, I feel like you almost need one.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, okay, if I'm going to pick any of these guys, I'm going to go with Jimmy G.
Jimmy G. Okay. So his AAV market value.
Or Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, that's a name I've brought up a few times. I think Jimmy could really carry out Kevin's scheme here well.
Well, he's seen it before.
Yes, exactly.
Like he's.
I'm
gonna stick with Jimmy G.
Jimmy G. Okay.
Yep.
And obviously, people, we can't like write down or go back into the money tab or whatever to put it down, but Jimmy G for $2.3 million.
Perfect.
Probably just a 1-year contract right there.
Yeah.
But you have a veteran guy for JJ there. So that's good. We could go hunt another position, see if there's a value
Yeah, let's
guy.
go see lineman.
And again, you could also, let me pop the centers up there real quick. You could go back and like cut guys if you did like, I mean, there's the one big one from the Ravens, Tyler Linderbaum. He's going to be more expensive. His annual market value thing is 17 million. So he is only 25 though. So it would be a heck of a deal you'd be getting him for, but yeah, there's definitely
honestly, I'm gonna draft a center.
You're gonna draft a center. Okay. Yeah. That'll be a for sure position.
So I feel like the rest of these free agents kind of are gonna have to depend on the draft.
Yes, yeah, I completely agree with the money situation.
I don't think I would really do much in free agency until post draft.
Yep. One thing maybe I would suggest is maybe getting a depth corner, possibly, because I mean you'll probably end up drafting one, but it's never just like this year when Jeff Okudah was on the field, this defense suffered, and so I think you need like just that depth guy for that fourth or fifth spot.
Tre'Davious White's kind of I feel like he would be kind of a steal.
Okay. A vet, yeah. Big vet there, and you could probably get him for that.
Just kind of help out Rodgers there and the backfield, especially since we're losing that vet in Harrison Smith this year.
Yeah. True. I guess let me pop up safeties real quick just because I'm curious. If there's like a depth safety here. I mean, Julian Blackmon. Yeah. But, I mean, you'd probably go corner no matter what.
Yeah, for sure.
The Tre'Davious White. Yeah, veteran guy.
Kind of like do just because of the missing vet.
Okay, so Tre'Davious White, you could realistically probably get for 1.5 million. So, yeah, I really like that signing. So, yeah, in free agency, just like we all know, like you're not going to be able to do much with the Vikings money this offseason. So, if people want to complain about that, you got to cut and trade a ton more guys if you want to play in free agency. Yeah. But honestly, if I pop up like the full list of free agency, there's not like a ton of big names. I mean, Trey Hendrickson's obviously the biggest one. He's a dog. But like Mike Evans, Trayvon Diggs, he got signed to the Packers.
Mike Evans will re-sign, I bet, with the Bucs.
But Mike Evans is almost 33 years old too.
No, I know.
And then Christian Kirk, I mean, he had a few good moments with Houston, but it wasn't anything special. Khalil Mack at 35 years old. It's just not a strong class in general for the most part. No. And so, yeah, there's a lot of things kind of weighing it down, but it also kind of evens it out because honestly, the Vikings are not going to be able to do much in free agency no matter what. But free agency, Jack signs Jimmy G for that veteran quarterback presence, and then Tre'Davious White for 1.5 million. Very good. Very
big
good.
On the veteran.
Yeah.
On the vets.
It's just like the Patrick Peterson kind of signing there. So
that first year was awesome.
Yeah, it really was. And then 2022. All right. So last thing for this episode, and then we'll have another episode coming out later with the actual draft. Just going over our top draft needs. So at quarterback, you have your quarterback set. Yep. Nothing there. Running back. I draft
a receiver.
Okay, so receiver.
Kind of like late.
Okay.
Maybe mid second round. Like you don't need anything insane.
Yeah.
You got
not gonna pick one with your.
Solid. Felton will be a good third. I feel like.
Yep.
At running back, I'm drafting Jeremiah Love.
If he's there,
if he's there, I'm drafting Jeremiah Love. You have to.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
And then Jordan Mason's your backup.
I think you would probably draft a running back either way with cutting Aaron Jones, but either way. And then offensive line, you get rid of Brian O'Neill, and then the rest of the line. Draft a center to back
in the
up.
Second with one of the seconds.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. And then the guards, they're good with Jackson and Fries, and then probably a late tackle somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere down the line.
Okay.
That's why tackles are very they're very diverse in the draft.
They are. Yeah, you can get a good feet moving center, like a guy that's good with his feet, that's quick, that can get off the line quick. You can get a guy like that late. It's not really, unless there's a really premier guy in like the top 15, but yeah. Then defense, your D line, you got rid of Jonathan Grenard and Javon Hargrave. The interior is still looking pretty good. You got Levi Drake
We just need to
Rodriguez,
boost up that
Redmond.
outer a little bit.
So if there's an
It's been
edge sitting there,
Yep, if there's an edge somewhere, I'd grab one.
okay.
And yeah, obviously got to grab another safety, maybe another corner.
Linebacker too, probably, because you get rid of
linebacker.
I think would be more important than safety and corner in your situation.
Okay.
Just because you kind of want that 1A, 1B type thing that Cashman and Eric Wilson brought. Because obviously you re-signed Eric Wilson, let Cashman go. Yeah. So, all right. Draft needs wide receiver, a running back, probably later in the middle of the draft somewhere, unless you can get Love in the first. I have a question because I'll be doing the draft here. If Jeremiah Love is the top on the board, the Vikings are at 18. If he is at 15, am I allowed to trade up? If there's a team that's running back needy 3 picks above. I think Jeremiah Love could change his franchise around and make Kevin O'Connell run the ball.
Yeah, I would trade up. Honestly, I feel like he would be such a game changer here.
Yeah. It seems like it almost just forces KOC to run the ball because he has that premier running back. He's like, okay, I kind of need to now, you know?
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, because this is your thing. How many picks above are you allowing me to draft up, to use draft assets to get up? Like 4 picks or 5, 10?
I was going to say like 7 or 8.
Okay, I'll put it at 8. We got to be frisky in some ways.
Yep, depending on how things are kind of shaping up. I mean,
yep. Now there's obviously a chance he'll go to like 9 to the Chiefs or like somewhere there. But if he is 8 picks away, I will do my best. And I'm not going to go crazy and give a team our first round pick in 3 seconds and everything. But
yeah,
I'm going to do what I can. But so Love, and then we got tackle, edge, safety, cornerback, linebacker. You can just use some depth some places. So yeah, I think that's really good. That was very good with the money standpoint. Jack cleared up a lot more money than me and Trevor did in ours, which now with the trades that you did, obviously opening up that draft capital with it, giving Kwesi his runway that he hasn't really used.
And now if I'm Kwesi and this year doesn't work out, I'm stepping down.
You got to step down before you get fired.
Yeah.
Halfway through the season, like the rookies.
Shit.
He's like,
yeah, well, that didn't work.
Okay.
See you guys.
I know it's coming. I'll do it to myself. Bye.
No,
yeah, that's
seriously.
perfect. All right. Yeah, so we'll have the draft video coming up probably about an hour after this video is up. But Vikings Offseason Blueprint number 3. It was fun. And now that we've done kind of all 3 of us hosts like our way of doing the offseason, going forward, we're probably all going to be on as a collective doing like themed ones. Like one theme will be like trade away everyone you can and get draft, or like keep your core as best you can, like restructure everyone so you can have basically the same team going into next year. Like we're going to be doing like themes like that. Maybe one will be centered around a Joe Burrow trade or something along those lines. Those will be the next ones coming up all the way until the draft, really. Yeah, I love doing these. It's fun. So
they're pretty good.
It's a good runway for the off season. But all right, Vikings Offseason Blueprint 3 done. Everyone go follow YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify. Make sure you guys go check out yesterday's episode with Braden Stevens.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Number one wide receiver from Missouri, headed to the Gophers to play some football. We had him on. It was a fun time. And we also did our snake draft of the week, which that will also be up tonight for people to vote on Instagram. So everyone go vote, go do everything, go follow the socials. And other than that, we'll see you guys tomorrow.